bathroom is finished with Sutherland. She knocks on the door. There's no answer.
Of course, right now, I figure you'd probably take a left in any direction.
Look, I'm not calling your friend or anyone else a liar. All I'm saying is I wouldn't have done that to anybody.
Hey people, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be making moi moi. So here I blended the beans, onions, garlic and ginger. I blended all together and this is what we have here. Next I'll be adding the other basic ingredients, which is pepper. I like my food spicy, but this is okay because I'm not the only one eating this food. So next I'll be adding vegetable oil, but I'm using olive oil today. You can use red oil if you want to. So here's my vegetable oil. Next I'll be adding salt. So be very careful when you are making moi moi because you don't want it to be so salty. So that is okay. And of course I'll be adding 1 seasoning cube. So this is a seasoning cube I'll be using today. So I'm going to be cooking this moi moi with just basic ingredients. So we have here onions, garlic, ginger, pepper, olive oil, salt and seasoning cube. So these are the basic ingredients that I'm using today. And as well, just mix everything together and your moi moi is ready to enter the pot. So depending on how thick you want the moi moi to be, like this is kind of looking thick already, I'll be adding little water because I don't want it to be so thick. Definitely it will get thickened on fire, but then I'll be adding little water to lighten it a little bit. But be careful, don't over add water so it doesn't get so watery. So this much is okay. Look at the texture. So this texture is very okay. Definitely it's gonna thicken up on fire. So this is very okay. Next is I'll be bringing my paper cup. So today I'll be cooking with paper cup. So this is my paper cup. I'll open the paper cup and double each cup because this is paper cup. You don't want it to break on fire, so it's best to double the cup. It helps it to be stronger. So I'm doubling all the cup, double, and I'm going to take as much as can contain the whole of this blended beans. So this is actually 1 pack of beans that I washed and blended. And when I tried washing just 1 pack of beans, let me show you guys the pack. So the blended beans is equivalent to 1 pack of beans, 1 pack of these beans. So I've done it before and it gave me about 20 cups of this double cup. So let's try today if I will still get back 20. So I want to bring out about 20 of this paper cup. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. So because I don't want the beans to get stick, I don't want the beans to stick to the paper cup, it's best to add drop of oil in the paper cup. This will help to grease the cup and make the beans not to stick to the cup. So because I'm using olive oil, I'm going to be using olive oil. I'm going to be adding olive oil to all the cup. Just a little drop. It's gonna go around by itself. And this is what I'm going to do until I get around all the cup here. Okay, so as you can see, all the paper cup have a touch of olive oil. At this point in time, you can now start pouring the baked beans. You can now start pouring the blended beans into the cup one by one. So people, today I'm cooking a very simple moi moi just with basic ingredients. But if you want to add fish to your moi moi, this is the best time to add fish or add egg into these blended beans or whatever thing you want to add inside. This is the right time to add. But then I'm just cooking a very plain moi moi, very basic moi moi. So I have another paper cup which I will use to scoop the blended beans into all this cup. So I'm going to start with this quantity, but then if the beans remains, I might just add it a little more, but I won't over add because definitely the beans is going to rise. So friends, our beans fit perfectly into this paper cup that I brought out. This is super exciting. So you can see I finished turning all the beans into the paper cup. So people, here is our moi moi. So people, here is our moi moi in the paper cup. It fits perfectly well into all the paper cup that I brought out. Now it is time to start cooking this moi moi. So friends, I'll be cooking with this ginormous pot. This very big pot is what I'll be using to cook my moi moi. I'll start by adding water into the pot, but I will not over add water. Let me bring the camera close so you guys can see the level of water I'm adding. Here is the level of water I added. You can just add a little bit more to be on the safe side, but don't over add because you don't want the water to enter the moi moi, right? Now I'll be turning on the heat. It is time to start cooking. So gently drop the moi moi into the pot. friends, here is our moi moi in the cooking pot. I just put everything inside the pot now. Next, I'll be covering the pot and allow the moi moi to cook. So people, cover the pot and allow the moi moi to cook. So you can see I'm cooking on medium heat. So people, opening the moi moi a little bit just to check. You can see it is cooking very well. So this is what our moi moi looked like 1 hour after I started cooking. You can see I still have little water inside. Yeah, you can hear the sound of the boiling water. We still have very little water inside. But then the moi moi did not really rise the way I would have loved it to rise, and this is because I was busy opening the pot, you know, at every point in time just to check for water. That is the only disadvantage of cooking with, you know, paper cup and with water. So as you can see, the moi moi did not really rise so well the way I would have loved it to rise, but then some of them kind of look still okay. And this is because I was busy cooking, and this is because I was busy opening the pot, you know, at every point in time just to check for water. So if you want your moi moi to rise and you don't want it to drop, to fall, you know, don't open the pot. Just put the water that you know is going to be enough to cook the moi moi. But then people, 1 hour after, our moi moi is as good as ready. So I'm going to use this to check. You can see the moi moi is already cooked. So it is time to turn off the heat. So I'm going to turn off the heat right now. So people, thank you so much for watching this video. Like, share, comment, and this is our delicious moi moi.